Hello everyone, myself Dr. Rajashri Zavade, Assistant Professor, DG College of Commerce, Satara. Today we will be discussing corporate and business law. Here, my dear students, the subject is very important. Corporate law, which is also known as business law. It is a body of law governing the rights, relations, and conduct of persons, companies, organizations, and business. Legal practice of law relating to corporation, life cycle of a corporation. It also includes formation, funding, governance, and dissolution of company or a corporation. In this particular syllabus, we are going to discuss about the topics and the subtopics of corporate law and business law. Commercial law or business law is the body of law which governs business and commerce and is often considered to be a branch of civil law and deals both with issues of private law and public law. Commercial law regulates corporate contracts, hiring practices, and the manufacture and sales of consumer goods. Business law is also known as commercial law or corporate law. Here, many countries have adopted civil codes which contain comprehensive statement of their commercial law. Business law is also known as commercial law or mercantile law. Law is necessary to regulate the conduct of people in society. This framework of policy, laws, and plans helps government to govern the business and commercial transactions in reasonable manner in letter and spirit of law. For the smooth functioning of society and its business life, law plays very important role. So there is need to understand and discuss the legal relationship between the parties in contract or any business transaction for proper management. If we look into the syllabus, we have 4 topics. Unit number 1 is law of contract. Law of contract contains the general principles of contract, contract of indemnity, suretyship, bailment, and agency. Law of contract deals with those transactions or promises which create legal rights and obligations. So here, if party is not willing to perform their part, if they are promising and later on denying, then the aggrieved party can approach to the court and ask for the legal remedy. This Indian Contract Act is included under the business law. Indian Contract Act 1872 is a basic necessity of business world. According to Holland, law is a rule of external human action enforced by the sovereign political authority. In the words of Blackstone, law is a rule of civil conduct prescribed by the supreme power of state, commanding what is right and prohibiting what is wrong. Indian Contract Act, wherein we can see that there may be a two party, and if they are entering into a contract, in that case they need to perform their part according to the terms and the condition of the contract. If they fails, then the other party can approach to the court and ask for the legal remedy. So here, parties are prohibited to do or commit a legal wrong or wrong. There is a contractual obligation that contract should be performed or discharged by proper means. The law relating to contract in India is contained in the Indian Contract Act 1872. If we see the definition, a contract is an agreement creating and defining obligation between the parties. So in coming lecture, we are going to discuss about contract and other parts. So if we look into unit number 1, law of contract, there are subtopics. First, we need to discuss about definition, then meaning, kinds of contracts, Then subtopic second, essential elements of valid contract. Third is discharge of contract. Fourth is remedies for breach of contract. And fifth is introduction to special contracts, contract of indemnity, contract of guarantee, contract of bailment, pledge, and contract of agency. So here we need to understand that there are two types of contract. First, general contract, and second, special contracts. So all these points are covered under law of contract unit number 1. The essential element of a contract, free consent and legality of objects, void agreement, discharge of contract, remedies for breach of contract. These are also very important point from this unit number 1. So the other that special contract which deals with indemnity and guarantee, bailment, pledge, and contract of agency. Now we'll discuss about unit number 2, that is company law. In this particular company law, we are going to discuss about a new legislation or law on company. So here previously there was Company Act 1956 and now we have Company Act 2013. So there are many amendments or changes in new law regarding corporate or corporation or company. In company law, we need to discuss about nature, incorporation and types of company. Company management, administration, board of directors, auditors, concept of corporate governance. We need to also have to discuss about meeting of board of directors, shareholders. Then we need to discuss about winding up of company, restructuring and reorganization, concept of merger, acquisition, amalgamation, takeover, rehabilitation and revival. So all these points we are going to or we will be discussing in unit number 2 under company law. Now we'll discuss about unit number 3, which is about commercial laws. Commercial laws includes the Sale of Good Act 1930, Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008, Right to Information Act 2005, Securities and Exchange Board of India Act 1992, that is SEBI. All these laws we need to discuss under the head of commercial laws. So here if we are discussing about Sale of Good Act 1930, so in Sale of Good Act 1930 we will be discussing introduction, conditions and warranties, performance of contract of sale. Then unit number 3, which is also includes Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008. Here we will be discussing introduction, sale and features of limited liability partnership, incorporation of limited liability partnership, comparison with Indian Partnership Act 1932. Then we are also going to discuss about Right to Information Act 2005. Here we will be discussing introduction, scope, procedure. This act is also very important. If you are talking about Right to Information Act, which is about transparency and accountability in the administration. So this law is also very essential under the commercial law. Then we will be discussing about a very important, and that is Securities and Exchange Board of India Act 1992. Here we will be discussing introduction, features, then working of stock exchange, role of stock exchange, listing and trading of securities. Then unit number 4, here we will be discussing law relating to information technology and intellectual property rights. So in this particular topic we are going to discuss about Information Technology Act 2000. Here we will be discussing introduction, digital signature, cyber crimes and penalties, introduction to intellectual property rights, Then we will be also discussing types of intellectual property. It includes copyright, trademark, patent, industrial design, geographical indications. We are also going to be discuss about intellectual property issues in cyberspace. So all these unit number 1, 2, 3 and 4, all these units are very important under business law. So here now we have uh, discussed syllabus, and in the coming lectures we will be discussing these topics in detail. I would like to request you that please refer books, very important articles, journals, latest amendments in these particular laws. There are many books like Dr. Avtar Singh on law of contract and specific relief, then Dr. R.K. Bangia on Sale of Good Act, then N.D. Kapoor, Elements of Mercantile Law. You can also use Baer Act on this particular act. So finally, thank you everyone.